Hello dear students, in this lecture we are going to see the basics of SQL, that is structured query language. This is unit number 3 of database management system. SQL is nothing but the structured query language, and SQL is a standard relational database language. What exactly relational database is? When the database is in structured format and the tables are related with each other, then it is called as relational database language. In relational database system, all the data is stored in the form of tables, that is in the form of rows and columns. The original version of SQL was developed at IBM St. John's Research Lab. This particular tool is used to write down the different queries in database management system. Like SQL, we have different database management system tools like MySQL, MongoDB, Firebase. So these are all database management system tools. In this unit, we are going to see various syntax of writing the queries in SQL or MySQL format. In the examination also, the questions are asked to write the queries whatever the questions has been asked. So this SQL query has several parts. Very first is DDL, that is data definition language. SQL DDL provide commands for defining relational schemas, deleting relations, creating indices and modifying relational schema. So DDL statements consist of these statements which are used to define the schemas or delete the schemas. So whenever we want to change in the schema, then it is the DDL statement. Next part is interactive data manipulation language. DML includes a query language based on both the relational algebra and tuple relational calculus. DML is nothing but data manipulation language. So these language consist of the statements which are used to manipulate the data. So whenever you write the query which are used to manipulate or change the data in the table, then it is DML statement. Embedded DML is nothing but the embedded form of SQL which is designed to convert the DML statement into the statement which is understood by the database engine. With general purpose programming language such as PL1, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran and C. Then view definition. This part includes the command for defining views. Authorization commands is used to specify the access rights to particular user. Integrity. The SQL DDL includes the commands for specifying integrity constraints that data should satisfy. Updates that violates the integrity constraint are disallowed. So whenever you have the database, that entire data should be integrated. This feature we have already seen in the previous videos of unit number 1. So integrity or the constraint is the condition that is applied everywhere on the table. Transaction control. SQL includes the commands for specifying the beginning and ending of the transaction. So in SQL test statements, whenever there is a transaction, the transaction start with begin transaction and end with end transaction. So these are some of the parts of SQL queries. Thank you for listening.